Hello, stream started. Hello.
Hello. Hello, hello. How you doing today? Hello. Hello. Hello, Ricardo. Hi. Hello, hello. You're doing fine? Nice. Yeah. So, I've been today looking at music. Game music and how it's structured. Specifically, The Legend of Zelda and a bunch of others like Pokemon. And I'm like tempted to actually start making my own music. Yeah. Also, for some reason, I had one last minute deviation into Elder Scrolls lore, looking for inspiration, and that's one seriously convoluted rabbit hole. Yeah, that looks like something I actually need to sit down and study, like I'm at school. Yeah. It's interesting how simple it sounds once you slice it up. Yeah. It does indeed look very simple. Well, that is if you only take into account like a specific song. For example, I found a few that are not simple at all. Like nothing at all. That I think are like more impressive in let me look it up. Yeah. For example, this one. Let me place this simple until you try yourself. Not quite. There is some stuff that is just simply not really difficult. Ignore my taps, please. Yeah. Take a look at this. Ready? Check this out. It sounds very chaotic right now, but just wait for the when everything comes together. Just wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, there are some songs that uh, are actually nonsensically conflicts. Yeah. But they sound so good. Yeah. Yeah, there are some songs that are so good and so complex that I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. Genuinely impressive? Yes. Indeed. Yeah. So I'm going to use this particular channel about analyzing the structure of a game music to try to make my own. Yeah. For the messages OST. Well, they have a bunch of music, mostly from Nintendo, but it's still kinda worth uh, checking it out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be going through this at a rapid pace. Yeah. I'm going to study this quite heavily. Yeah, yeah. Ah, I already selected a few songs from different games that I'm like, ooh, if this dungeon something like this, it would be awesome. Yeah. And I also picked some that would be like boss fights, musics. Yeah. And I will basically use it like as an inspiration. Yeah. Your favorite is Water and Wind. Always makes you remember Manfred sections. Really. And I've been questioning something. And it's like a weirdly existential question about myself. Because I have come to realize that since I'm the character, the main character in the game, I have come to realize that I might need my own theme song. Like my own representing song and like battle music, right? So I'm like, how do you define that? Because I could go with the music I love, right? I could simply say, hey, these are my, I don't know, 100 favorite songs, and I'm going to extract what I love about Shizuan and try to kinda Frankenstein my own song, right? That's the thing. My music style is very edgy, if you will. but it's edgy on the like watered down version. It's like Linkin Park, Evanescence, and that kind of music, right? Or game OSTs, right? How do I express this? Okay, so we have basically a few things. We have first animating. I have like this like punk rock, right? Then I also lean a lot into like Nier Automata style music. I also like a lot music that is orchestral, but not like symphony-like, more like heroic. Right? And besides that, what I also like lean a lot into is battle music. In general, right? And then my personality, this is what I listen to, right? This is like my taste, right? And then we have something completely different. This is like my vibe, right? Like what my personality signals, right? Like what people will think will fit me. And I believe it will be, like you said, piano, violin. I feel like, in general, strings, right? What else? A lot of waltz. I don't know how to write waltz. And organ, yeah. But also, I have a lot of like very serene undertones. Also, I believe it probably will include a lot of like water and ice kind of tones, right? When it comes to the other side, the evil side would be dread in general. That would probably go into strings, instruments, right? So this is when it comes to my vibe, right? Basically that, right? So we have my taste, we have my vibe. right here, right? And then we have something else. When we comes to my lore, I should have orchestra. I should have a guitar. I should have trumpets. I should have piano. You can picture something without that mixed. Yeah, I'm just having like trouble actually picturing my team. Yeah, because you see, this one the side of my lore, it gives a lot of warm, Spanish music, right? And the vibe I give is very cold and icy, maybe Tetric. Right? And my taste is very what to call it? Edgy? That's the issue right there. He doesn't have to maintain the same vibe. Yeah, but the problem is that I don't believe that I have the skill to actually build something that makes sense if I try to switch between teams. Yeah. Yeah, my vibe is very cold and is cold, serene, and a bit tetric, right? My taste is rock, edgy, and gothic. My lore should be kinda more warm. Yeah, warm and like desert-like in kinda in a little bit of a way. Yeah. This is something I have never actually thought about. I never actually like seriously considered what would be my theme song. Yeah. Having someone who could actually fulfill this would be... I would need to hire a literal professional, and will probably need to sell a few organs to actually pay him. Yeah. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I confuse myself. Because my taste is very, very Nier Automata meets Sonic Heroes edginess. my vibe is very what to call it? Very Zelda meets Dark Souls with an underlayer foundation of Bloodborne. Like, it's very family friendly, but still has like dangerous undertones, right? And my lore is very stylish, very flamboyant in a way. Yeah. Yeah, I might actually need to make this a proper project apart from everything else, because this sounds like it's going to be a challenge to actually figure it out. Because, for example, when I refer to the heroic orchestra right here, I mean to something like, have you seen the Smash Bros. Melee version of Gourmet Race? Yes. That one that has like these more heroic undertones, like this. Let me show you real quick. I'm talking about this. I think this is very me when it comes to my thesis. Yeah. I actually wanna see if anyone deconstructed this song, like the video I posted on Discord, because I wanna see how they structure the song. This song originally was very like cartoonish in the original version, but when they put it in this orchestral version, sounds so heroic. I love it. Yeah. And you can actually imagine like a story being told through the music. You can actually see the hero and the villain like exchanging blows within the music. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I like that music. So the question here becomes, do I go with my taste and make a soundtrack that is very Nier Automata meets Smash Bros, basically, with some punk rock mix into it? Do I make this like Zelda meets Bloodborne kind of stuff with my vibe, right? Or do I go with my lore and I go more on the... I suppose if I go with my lore, the team will, and the music team will end up being very Gerudo style, very like a lot of Spanish and flamenco influence in the theme song. Yeah. You can mix edgy and warm Spanish with a cold ice section. That would be quite interesting if I manage to pull it off. Yeah, this is my existential question that I've been fighting through. I just noticed there is like a piece of my head on top of the screen. Check the Limbus Company SD for the latest Kanto. Ah. Yeah, that might be interesting also. Yes. And I want to make... you see, this is the problem with me. Because I start with like, okay, I want it to be like this and like this and like this, right? And then I'm like, okay, so if this is my team, I need to make the music for the dungeons in such a way that kinda matches, right? So they don't feel out of place. And then I start thinking, oh, but what if I make the songs like transition into each other so I can switch between the theme song and the dungeon theme? And then I start like making these convoluted combinations and transitions between music in my head that are like nonsensically complex to actually implement in the game. Yeah, I feel like if I try to implement what I'm thinking of, I will end up with the same problem I'm having with the pathfinding, where it never quite fulfills its job. It just like is partially functional, but never quite there. Yeah. But yeah, I will check that OST. Yes.
E.
E. Yeah. And I think the streams where I make music is going to be either the funniest streams I will be doing, or B, it would be so fucking nonsensical. It will be actually entertaining. Yeah. If the Spanish bass you're looking for, I recommend Bleach OST of the Iron Cars. Ah, I will check it. I have not watched Bleach like in 1,000 years. Yeah. I don't even remember half the plot. Hmm. The plot is garbage. I can imagine. Hmm. Yeah, but I've been thinking about that. About the music. And how I want to make it work. Yeah. Hmm. You know what's worse? I have like this itch to basically grab the music that I make and hide secrets into them, which is really stupid because I'm not good. I have no experience making music. Like I have zero experience, right? My experience might actually be negative, right? And here I am trying to overcomplicate things even more. I beg of you, please do not. Because I have seen this is the this is the problem uh, of being a fan of game theory, the YouTube channel, because then you see all the ways the other developers hide secrets, and you're like, ooh, I want to use that. Yeah. Because I think the more like secrets a game has, the better, right? I want it to have a depth that actually has people finding secrets for years and years to come. Yeah. I'm not sure of what to do here because I know the more I like scope into the game is going to make the game better, right? But it will also make it harder for me to actually complete the game. Yeah. It's like this double-edged sword where, yeah, it improves the quality, but it also makes it harder to actually finish game. Yeah. Mm. Hmm. I guess you will have to find a balance. Yeah. Probably. I need to find a way to balance everything. Yes. Ah. Okay, shall we move on to the game development then? I feel like I have talked enough, I suppose.
Hello, stream started. Hello.
Stream started.
E.
E. Okay. So we were working on this little animation that for some reason actually ended up being pretty good. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. I want to make like debris flying off for this layer, but I'm not exactly sure how to go about it. I see. So you're more of the kind where it depends more on your mood than anything, whether or not you listen to certain things in music, I suppose. Yeah, I get it. Yes. Okay. I'm trying to come out with I can even force you more to change and sometimes. Yes, it happens to me too. I'm trying to come out with a structure that allows me to set things the way I want, right? So here we have this structure right there, right? So what I'm planning to do is move this like up twice, like this. Oh, okay. See you later, Ricardo. See you. Good luck. Verthandy. And move it like sideways also. Right? It loses continuity if I do it like this. Maybe if I move it a bit more. Control, like that. And then I grab this and I set it like that. That way you have this motion, right? Yeah. That actually looks pretty good. Yeah. What do you think? Well, they don't stand out much when I put it like this. But they do give the impression of movement for sure. Yeah. Let's see how it looks. If you fade out the furthest piece, it will look a bit nicer. Yeah, maybe. Look at that, that looks quite nice actually. The heat. This thing. Well, the movement looks nice. It's just that I might need to adjust the logic for the molds so they don't die to the thorns. Yeah. Okay, that means I can duplicate this sprite. Let's see. More hunting. So I'm going to duplicate this, right? And call this up. And I need to delete the other one. And what I'm going to do here is simply grab the image and flip it like that, and now we have the other direction, right? And I can delete these two. Duplicate that one. This will go to the left, and I'm going to rotate anti-clockwise, clockwise, like that. And now we have the other animation, right? And this I can duplicate, right? And this can be the right. And this one I can just mirror all, and we have the other direction, right? That looks pretty good. Look at that. That looks so nice. If it left like a trail of where it went through, of damage like ground, it will look even better. Yeah. That looks so good. Yeah. It looks pretty good. I like it. I think it would be a nice addition to give like more sense of depth to the game, but I'm not going to implement that. I'm not going to add it. Even though it would be a nice like detail, I don't think it's necessary. It will be just loading the things I need to do. Yeah. Maybe once I finish, I will dedicate like a few streams to addressing details like that. Yeah. But currently, I don't think I should. Okay, so I'm going to copy that and replace this. So this guy moves the way I want it to. Oh. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, they don't have a neutral kid animation, apparently. Yeah, the movement looks pretty good, I think. Yeah. Let me just add the neutral hit animation, just so it stops complaining about that. I'm just going to duplicate this and just say this is neutral. And that's it. I'm not going to bother making that animation. At least for now. Yeah. And that's for more. For now. Let's see, what's next? What enemy comes next? Oh, okay. So we made the mole. We can make the owl, the porcupine, the boar, the manticore, the wolf, or the boss. Did I make the ever-burning torch? I did make the ever-burning torch. Yeah, so this is done. Ice cream cone. You mean this thing? It does look like an ice cream cone. A little bit. Okay, so we have a choice between the owl, the tank, the porcupine, and the boar. I think I can go after the boar, actually. So let's do that. New folder. Boar. Okay. In here we make a sprite. That sprite is going to be called sprite war underscore idle underscore now. Right? And before I forget, center the image. Wow, I'm very sleepy. Okay, I want to make a boar. So we will have the body, right? Actually the other way around. Let's make the body like this, right? Something like that. Right, and we will have the head be like right here. Let me make another layer. the head would be like right here, right? And then we'll need the snout or whatever the name is. Like that, but I need it even, so I'm going to just do this. Right, and we need the little fangs. I think this one looks better, so let's grab this one. Like that. We need the legs. So I'm going to go and cut something like this. And I'm just to make them like that. And I just copy this on the back. And we need maybe guys. Like that. Maybe a tail. What do you think about this? Does it look correct? Does it look nice? I wonder. Is it maybe a little bit too small? Should I make it a little bit bigger? Actually, I just need to move the head right here. Something like that? Looks like a vehicle? I suppose it does. Yeah, kinda. Maybe the legs are a little bit too far away. Maybe that's the issue. I need to like put it closer. Maybe the ones on the back. Like that. Is this the first time you animated something with legs? No. I have actually animated something with legs before. You see, there is this abomination of a creature in the game. You might have not seen it before, but ouch, made a mistake right there. You see, there is this abomination in the game. Look at it, moving in the screen. Such horrible creature. For legs, yeah, it would be the first time. Really, the animation looks awful to me. Awful. With capital A. It was the first animation I made, so the movement is a little bit nonsensical. If you see it like on actual size, look at that. It looks so weird. Especially if you see it up front. Look at that dance. He's like, this character is like throwing a tantrum, like stomping in place. Yeah. Look at this one. It looks like he's dancing in place. It doesn't look like a walk animation, like at all. This looks a little bit better, but not by much. Yeah. Yeah, and you might notice that, for example, there is this one has 6 frames, while the other one has a shit ton of frames. Look at that difference in frames. You see how nonsensical my animations are? Look at this. The amount of frames right here, and then look at the amount of frames over here. Yeah. You learn a bit of animation, so I can tell you some things. Yeah, I would probably need them, actually. I probably need them. The only excuse that I can make is that this animation, everything that is in the game is a placeholder. It's not going to be like the final graphics for the game. Yeah. Basically. Okay, let me duplicate this and I will make the other versions real quick. Let's image flip all frames. And that's the up version. Nice. Oh, I didn't notice there was a empty space up here. First set so many frames you want, then first create all the first and last frames, and then you create the in between. In this case for 5. Then you half them, and again until you have the frames 1 to 5. And you make the in between, which is frame 3. I see. That would probably work, yeah. Yeah, because the way I structure and make frames is pretty nonsensical, probably to people who actually know how to animate. Yeah. Okay, let me make this one is going to be the right one, and I'm going to just rotate clockwise like that, and duplicate, make the left one. Currently I'm not going to add animation to this, we will eventually get to it, but not yet. Like that. Right? And now we have the idle animation for the board. That is basically a placeholder. I feel like I need to hire an actual artist to make this. Every time I do any kind of art, I'm like, I really should hire someone. Movement. The issue is that currently I don't have the money to actually pay an animator. Especially because I still don't know how many animation I'm going to need, right? Which is a bit of a problem. Okay, that's the movement placeholder. Yeah, it's best to figure out by the end. But that means I will have to be working with placeholders the entire development process. Yeah. Which can be a bit of an issue when you're trying to make the game feel like good. Yeah. Like make it feel like responsive and fluid. The animations are very important. Yeah. What was the content? Yeah, is okay. The prefix, infix, whatever it's called. I don't know why, but I'm feeling very tired today. I'm like yawning every few minutes. Probably I'm still tired from Sunday because I had to go to that simulacrum. Yeah. What else do I need? Hit, wind up, countdown, attack. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I can imagine him saying that. Yeah. Okay, that's hit. I'm missing attacking cuando come down. Okay, let me just close those. Attack. Wind up. Wind down. Okay. Let's see. This has to be wind down. Wind down. Okay. What else? What else? I need the wind up. Wind up. Okay. And lastly, attack. Okay, and with that we have basically all the placeholders we need. So now let's make the object. Enemies, bunny, create object. And the name is going to be object underscore more. Yeah, that's right. This. Okay, so for this one we need to add the, where are you, the enemy parent. Now we have our board technically functional. Oh, 1 second. One of my cats wants to leave, so give me a moment. I'll be right back. Okay. So let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot to actually put the enemy on the map. So let me just place a little board right there. It looks actually pretty nice. Right there. Oh, I forgot to configure it. Yeah. I forgot. HP. How much HP should I give this guy? So the pony has how much? This guy's height has 2. The mole has 2 also. Let's see. The pony would be the weakest one, right? The owl is meant to be the second stronger. The mole is the next one. So the mole in this situation should actually have how much? 2, 3, 4 HP. Okay. The bunny has to have 2. Okay. And this guy is meant to have 4, 5, 6. This guy is meant to have 6 HP, which is quite a bit. Yeah. I need to set the name. Not quite really. I think the rest is just fine. I need to adjust this one. Okay. Now it should be working. Let's see. It's moving. Nice. It doesn't have an attack animation, but it seems to be behaving correctly. Yeah. Ah. Oh. I'm thinking a little bit. This guy has to charge. So I might need to do a few modifications here. If you are making a game in a rush, I will make every actor sprite as a code with a level limit. Yeah, I think that would be for the best, to tell you the truth. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to not make too many animations and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Actually, I think I might have gone. I might have done things out of order here, basically. Yeah, a little bit. Ah. Hmm. Let's see. On move, on attack. An attack position, on attack animation end. I might need to make an on attack animation start. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So we have attack. Where are you? Right here, right? So I think I'm going to just make a script right here. Function on attack. This is what we're going to do. And by default, it will be this. Like that. Right? That way I can set this. Over here. I can copy this code right here and overwrite. And that would be doing what exactly? I need to charge, right? So we clear the movement target and then we set a direction given the current attack location, the current direction in path. What was in here again? I see. This is the move using grid. Okay. So it would be using the other one. this function right here. And remember what it does. Using horizontal and vertical speed, okay. So I just need to set those. So switch, given the direction we're facing, we will do these cases. Case direction is down, then we will set our vertical movement to 1, right? If not, we will check the other direction or up, and that would be -1. And then for horizontal, in the case of right, we are going to go on horizontal with a value of 1. Direction left is going to be on the negative, right? And then we just move, right? And we need to stop specifically when we run out of places to move. Actually, let me check the sequel. It should have like a very specific set of instructions right here. Yeah, we have this right here for the attack. Yeah. Yeah, this one. I can just use this structure right here, so I don't get myself into trouble, literally. So I can just go like this. Yeah, I think that is quite correct, actually. Yeah, I think I can reuse this function right here. Okay. My brain is like not quite working currently. It's like stuttering whenever I try to think about stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Open parent. I think I'm just going to add this cage right here. And I'm just going to set this. And I will just add it right here. Yeah. That way I don't need this. Yeah. Okay. I think that should fix the charge. I believe. That should give me a nice clean charge for the board. Yep, that was a charge indeed. Ah. Ah. Ouch. Yeah, the body is a little bit too eager to leave the screen. Ah. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, it's working. It is charging correctly. Yeah. That's good to know. Yeah. Ah, I need to make like a validation so when the enemies go outside the window, outside the visible map area, they come back into view by themselves instead of basically self-destructing. Yeah. I think as it is, the board works as a placeholder, I would say. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. If we say the board is done in functionality, we can have either next the owl, the tank, or the porcupine. Hmm. 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 The porcupine would be interesting to make. The owl, I don't know how to like differentiate it from the seagull, basically. That would be the current difficulty. Because currently I have the seagull basically doing a charge attack, right? They basically body slams against the player. So I kind of want something that sets it apart from the seagull. But I don't know what would be good. Hmm. What do you think? Any ideas? Let me think back. What kind of enemies do we have on Zelda that could serve as an example? Hello, Ricardo. Welcome. I was thinking on how differentiate the owl enemy from the seagull enemy. How do I make them different? What do you think? Something to make the enemies different. You mean make it like a dive? Hmm. I feel like it would work nicely if it wasn't because the enemy is basically an enemy spawning inside a dungeon. Then again, I could, I suppose, justify it in some way. It's just, I don't know if it will like be very how to call it. I don't know how I would express that in animation. Technically, it is not outdoors. Yeah, it's indoors. There will be areas where it would be outdoors, I suppose. Yeah. Mm. Fly above and then maybe drop. I suppose I could do something like that. Or make it after the player 3 times in a row? The thing is that we already have a enemy that dashes. Yeah. We made a little board while you were gone. Yeah. This little guy that just basically commits suicide whenever you are near it because it just dashes off screen. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Maybe one that attacks immediately retreats. Maybe make one that attacks immediately retreats. Like a cautious enemy? Maybe make it from a small turner that messes with the player's movement. That could be useful, actually. Yeah. Huh, that's actually a very nice idea. Wait, that's an actually good idea. The tornado thing. It won't be exactly as you mentioned it, but you gave me an idea. Okay. Let's see. Object score. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use this as a placeholder for the moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it face in a certain direction, so I need the generic enemy parent. Right? So what I want is on attack. Let's see. On attack right here. I'm going to let me see the original, just so I can see what's here, so I don't mess anything up. Okay. So what we are going to do is very simple. I'm going to spawn a current. Okay, so for that it would be basically like a projectile. Why do I have this on separate carpets? I wonder. It was makes sense because they have more than one. But the other ones, why? Why do you have individual corners for this? Yeah, that's the idea. Continuous stream of air in one direction. Object. Paint current. Let's call it stream. Right? And what this with stream is going to do is going to, each step is going to make execute a function, and that is going to be this thing has to have a direction, right? So maybe I should use the projectile, all right, for this. Interrupt list, let's create already. Actually, I think I can just clear this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is basically check everything in a certain direction. So I'm going to need a direction, right? Case layer dot down, right? right, left. Okay. And what I'm going to do is just place meeting. For education for visualizations and the object using condition. Returns boolean. Not the one I want, but let me check the manual to see if I can do something interesting here. Right? Let's see. One moment. There we go. Okay. The function would be instant place. Instead. Instant place. So it would be in a certain X and Y against this list. That would be the enemy parent and the object layer, right? Object drop parent. Okay, var instance equals this, and this is returning the specific ID. Hold on, I have something I kinda am wondering. Okay, this is more useful actually. Okay, let me set this as on a different function because I think, oh, whoa, what happened there? Let's call this function push. Right, and we are going to do something very simple. So basically, we are going to create a list, detect if we are colliding with something, and given a specific list. And that list is going to be this one right here, right? And then here we do the validation and execution of code. Basically, we are going to, depending on the direction we are going, we are going to execute code in particular, right? Depending on the direction. If we are facing direction down, we are going to grab that particular instance, like this, we will change the y by 1, right? Like this. In the opposite case, we will decrease it. If we're facing right, we push it to the right. If not, we push it to the left. Right? And we need an object to set it to. Let's use the symbol for now, right? So this makes the push. I need to create the variable direction, expression, direction, down by default. You only need the direction we are facing. And here, in case of what direction we are going to trigger the function we just created, the push function, right? Actually, I'm going to pass X and Y right here. Let's call this position, right? And I will set pos X and pos Y right there. Now I just need to basically make it on a certain direction. And what I'm going to do is do 4. Let me just grab this. Let's call this. Let's recall to height, and we increase y equals y plus 32. Right? So we basically are checking each tile as we go. Right? And I will say var underscore position equals to new vector 2 with my X and Y, where because we're moving on the Y, this is going to be plus underscore Y like this. And we will simply pass that to the push function, right? Position, like this. Right? And I can do the same for the other ones. But this one is going to be while is greater than 0, because we're going moving up, and this is going to be removing 32, right? And this will start at the current position in Y, And this starts at the current position and Y also, actually. These ones will start on X, right? And this will go until the room width, moving 32 by 32, right? And this is again 0, and this goes in the negatives, like this. Okay. Left. Yeah, left. Can you tell I'm very tired already? Okay, and this is moving correctly, and the movement here is on X, so I need to move this to X. And the movement here is on X, so I'll set this on X. This is on Y, so this is fine. Lower the music slightly? Sure. There you go. Lower it music. Okay. I think that works, right? So let's see. When we attack, we are going to simply spawn that, right? And these are all. I'm going to use the seagull sprite for now. Like this. And I will simply call this one. Where are you? Down and right for now we leave that as it is. It was a bit high in relation to the volume of voice, really, because I have not really changed the volume of the music in a while. Maybe I'm just because I'm tired and maybe speaking more softly. Yeah. So here I will just instance underscore create on layer XY. The layer is going to be instances. The object is going to be object underscore wind string. Okay. Right? That's what we'll be creating. Let's see how this works. Shall we? Oh, I forgot to add it to the game. Oops. So our owl I will place in here. So let's see. Can you attack? There you go. It's not really doing much, huh? Wait, 1 second. I think I forgot, yeah. This bar underscore instance equals this. And I will just say underscore instance dot here is going to be my deer, right? That way I set the direction of the wind. He's vandalizing the floor. Just like a regular single. Kinda, huh? Let's see. Huh. It's not doing anything, which is weird. Let's see. I'm going to check my little Windstream. Let's check what's happening real quick. Let's see. So we go over here, kill this guy. Up here, let's destroy these guys. Okay, so what's up? Okay, so we are right here on direction down. Okay, then we skip that. What direction is this one? Okay, so it should be left. So we go in here. Okay, X is 400. Greater than 0, that's for sure. So we evaluate that. I is currently 400. Okay, so we in 400 set the position. Okay, we move in here. We create a list. We check against the enemy list, right? We have no one being hit right there, which is curious. So we skip. Right? We go back. Back into position. Okay. Let me check. Am I not aligned with the... I'm not aligned with the thingy. Okay. 1 second. Let me just set myself in position. So I'm actually hit. Right? So here I should be getting hit. Or right here, right? So let me set the trigger. Okay, so we are right here. We move towards through the different states. Okay. We go in here, position 400. Okay. We go in, check position. We go inside. No miss 0, so we skip. Okay. Okay. And we do it again, and that should not give us any value. So we will keep going until I is basically 0, which it would be a few times, right? And we are done, and we exit. Then we go back in. This time we are at still 400. Oh, that's weird. What is happening here? This is the same object. Huh? Yeah, this is an object. What the hell? Okay, let me position myself like this. Let's see. We go to left. We go in, right? And here it should detect no one. What the fuck? Position. Oh, these are undefined. X is undefined. Oh, 800. Okay. And 200. Really? Well, yeah, it's kinda correct. Hmm. Actually, let me place the thing here instead of keeping it right there. That way, at least I can just see immediately what's up. Hmm. Ah, now we got a hit for some reason. Okay. So we are here, I0, we check direction, we are going left, so we push this to the left. Okay, let me see. This, well, I suppose it's kind of pushing me around. Now I'm kind of stuck. Oh, so it's only pushing me in the location where I am. Oh, actually, wow. Oh. This is behaving so weirdly. What the hell? You see that? How weirdly? Wow. It feels like portals, but it's more like the push is not like correct. It's like misbehaving for some reason. Yeah, that's so weird. Hmm. 60 times 3 is 180. Let me place a little bit of a self-destruct so we don't have much issue with the spawning out too many. of them. Yeah. Because here what I'm doing is basically checking on a position right here for the... Maybe the tile is not set correctly, now that I think about it. Where is the tile? Dungeon door, hit attack. Right step. What is the collision of this? Oh, this is tiny actually. I never noticed that. Okay. That is way bigger. Let's use the story tile instead. Story. Wow. Okay. That should be more like effective. Let's see. Ouch. Whoa! That's not something I expected to happen. Whoa, wow. Wow. Wow! Okay, now that's new. By the way, you can actually blast yourself out of the walls with bombs. That's so interesting. Wow. Ah. Ah. Shit, I'm stuck. Ah. Probably having the computer? Not really. It's surprisingly efficient because I put a limit on how many of those things can be. Not a very small limit, mind you, but it's still a limit. Bye bye. Bye bye. You too. Bye bye. So let's see. Hello. Wee. Wow. It does push you, just not in the way you would think it would. Yeah. And for some reason, once you stand on it, it doesn't really work again, which is kind of weird. Oh, I got stuck. I need to fix that issue with the transition in between the maps. Ouch. Ouch. Wow, the war is very aggressive. Which is nice. That was the idea. Okay, so Bert, what's up with your attack? I wonder. Look at that. Whoa. So it does push you, just it's very like special about it. Wow. Wow, there he goes, the bird. Wow. That's fun. I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there. Oh, I see what the issue is. It's because I'm running this again when I shouldn't. That's the issue. I have an extra 4. That's the issue. Yeah, I basically made a railgun by mistake. Okay. Let's see. Wow, these enemies are quite aggressive, huh? Well, they are also kinda dumb, but... Ah! Innocent before ringing. Oh, I see. Abort. Yeah. I see. I made a mistake. Okay, so this one is just to go through the entities. It doesn't actually affect the rest of the stuff, I believe. Yeah, I'm already supposed to tired for this. I'm making dumb mistakes. It's not really affecting me, huh? Which is kind of weird. And then there it goes. Oh, neon. Okay, let me test something. Hold on. So I go over here. This way up. Let me get rid of these guys. Wow. Okay. So let's see. Oh, okay. There is saying it detected something. So right now it's moving. Let's see. Down, left, right, and pushes to the left. Okay. And then we go back and we exit through the list. Go back to the push. Right. Okay. And then we are back here because something is getting pushed again. Okay. It's getting pushed to the left. It did get pushed to the left. Okay. Let's see. Is this working actually? Ah, it is getting pushed in a very weird way. Now it is not for some reason. Oh, now I am. That's so weird. Why sometimes it works and something doesn't? Let's see. What's happening here? Whoa. Did I get hit somehow? Oh. That's not triggering anything for some reason. That's really weird. But also it's not triggering anything. Oh, that one did trigger. Okay. No miss too, so it's affecting two entities. Okay. Direction 3, so that should be going up. Yeah, it's going up. Pushing them. Okay. So, let's see. Yep, that was quite a push. Whoa. Yeah, support type enemy would be a good idea. Yes. You know what I need to do here? Now that I think about it. Maybe I just need to limit the amount of nonsense this thing can spawn by changing the state. Like that. A necromancer, that would be a bit difficult. I can make a summoner maybe. A necromancer would be more complex. Yeah. Because I need to know what enemies are in the room. So I can... Ah, shit, I hit the birds. So I can revive the correct enemies. There we go. Still not really doing anything for some reason. Like a dry balls. Maybe necromancer will to revive certain enemies like Thomas will not people revive itself. Yeah, that could be an option. Actually a dry bones would be interesting. Yeah. I never actually thought about it. A dry bones would be quite nice. Ah shit, I hit the bird. Okay, so... Ah, okay. So it did detect me. Right there. It's just that... yeah, it did detect me. It is trying to push me left. Okay. Okay. Huh. That's so weird. Hmm. Why are you not working? Uh, hmm. Yeah, necromancer would be interesting. Yes. Let me increase the timeout for this thing because it's hard to predict as it is. Actually, let me do something more smart, I suppose. Let's go to the green stream. And I'm just going to comment the self-destruct right here. And what I'm going to do is simply go to the room of the dungeon. What room is this? 812. So I want 7 1. Seven zero. This one. Okay. So I'm just going to place one of these right here. Actually, I'm going to place 4 of these so I can test all directions. Right? So this one, I'm going to set the variable for direction to right. This one, the variable for direction is going to go down. Okay. This one is going to be going left. Right, and this one is going to be going up. Power place unlimited X enemies in the screen. But I'll let you how to kill yourself first, but little pulse across the map after every hit. That would be extremely annoying to deal with. Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's see what the heck is happening here. Right, so this should be pushing me, but it's not. Even if I walk over here, it's not pushing me. Huh. Okay, then let me add one right there. So it is triggering, but it's not detecting the player. Huh. That's weird. That's so weird. Oh, there it detected the player for some reason. Okay, it's detecting the player right there. but it's not really moving me. Oh, it is pushing me a little bit. Oh! 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 Wait. Is... Wait. That's working. Right there. It's not working right there. Ah. This is working right here. For some reason not there. It needs to be a little bit below. Huh. So there is a point where it begins working. But not here. Oh, that's pushing right up to the spot. And this doesn't begin pushing until like right here. The same here is not doing anything. And then that pushes you right there. And this pushes you up to the tile and then down. Oh! Oh, I see. Interesting. Oh. So basically the coordinates I'm using are basically wrong. Is what this is telling me. Is the story title centered? Yes, it is centered. Okay, so basically the issue is with the way I'm making the movement, right? So for the one down, it starts at Y, right? Okay, I know now why it's keeping this. The up is starting below at 0. And then moving up, which shouldn't be the case. Huh. It's not that it turns collision when you are being pushed. It's that I'm not validating collision when I push the player, basically. That's the issue. Yeah. I'm trying to correct the direction. Okay, so the first issue right here is that this variable should be outside, right? And this I should not be there, right? And then down here I can say, hey, position on Y, we add the I like this, right? Basically like this. That's the issue right there. That's why there is a gap between the position of the wind and the actual push. right? So I can do the same here, but with X. I just need to put it below and set it to X. That will resolve the issue with the gaps. What I don't know is why it's not pushing on the correct direction. A fan made of rotating feathers? That would be funny, yeah. Let's see. So this should push me right, even if it's... it's still not at the correct location. Is it leaving gaps? Is that the issue? Yeah. Now it's leaving gaps. Interesting. Why is no leaving gaps? Now that's confusing. Yeah, it's like leaving a 32 space gap for some reason. So if that's 0, and we set that is now 32, okay. If it's 32, that means that gets pushed. 32. Oh, I think I get it. The issues with this force right here. Throughout the area being affected? I could probably. I'm just kinda tired and my brain is not processing correctly. You know what? Maybe instead of doing it like this, I can just say plus plus, and I will simply add the amount of I multiplied by 32, right? That should fix most of the weird issues, I believe. In theory, it will make it more clean instead of me having to do this kind of stuff. So I can just go plus plus to simplify the code. This is also a blah process. Blah 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 blah. And this is minus minus, right? This is minus minus. Like this. Yeah. What happened? Ah! It crashed. Lovely. Ah. Yep, the storm is working. You know what? I cannot continue. My brain is fried. Ah. My brain is not working currently. Ah. I think we did some good progress. We basically made what did we made? I finished the mall. I finished the mall with the animation for a moment. Then I started the owl and I implemented pretty much the whole functionality for the board, which is kinda almost 3 enemies. 2.1 enemies, maybe. Yeah. I think that's good progress. Yeah. Oh. Right. Damn it. Let me refund you that one. Users. There you are. That's it. Ouch. Let's end it here.
It's a forest dungeon. Indoor ball.
Wow. Okay. Then thank you so much for coming. Thank you. And I suppose I will see you on Thursday for more Hollow Knight. Yeah. Rest well, sleep well. Thank you for coming to the stream. Muchas gracias por venir al directo. Y los veo el jueves. Good night, buenas noches. Que descansen. Rest well. Good night, bye bye. Good night, good night. Bye bye, bye bye. Good night, sleep well. Bye bye, don't die. Good night. Bye.
Indoor ball. Above. Or make it dash towards the player 3 times in a row. Ooh. Make the owls semi-invisible because owls are stealth hunters. Maybe make one that attacks and immediately retreats, like a cautious enemy. Or maybe make it form a small tornado to mess around with the player's movement. If it works, it works. Or an air current. Or it could be a stream of air in a direction. Left. Could you lower the volume of the music slightly? THX. It was a bit high in relation to the volume of your voice, most likely. He's vandalizing the floor. Just like a regular seagull. Portals. It's lagging. Wind blast? More like spatial dislocation. WTF. Yeah. That's probably heavy on the computer. Yes. Violence. Ka-chow. Basically you made a railgun. You. Now that I think about it, maybe a support type enemy could be a good idea for the future. Like a healer or a buffer. Or even a necromancer that keeps reviving enemies. Maybe only have the necromancer be able to revive certain enemies? Like a dry bones. But not capable of reviving by itself. So a pile of bones of respawning enemies, and the necromancer is the switch. Yeah. It could use the revived enemies as shields and keep being a pain. If you want it to be more of a pain, add a power crystal enemy that makes all enemies in the screen invulnerable. You have to kill the crystal first, but it teleports across the map after every hit. That would be more suitable as a boss. Like a boss you have to keep changing screens to beat. That mechanic actually exists in the game called Fate Tactics. Imagine how much more annoying it is, since the game is turn-based tactics. Maybe have the whole dungeon be alive. Not this one I mean. Did it trigger? Like have the dungeon itself be the boss. Lamau. Okay, so wind lets you cross walls. Is the sprite centered? Does it turn off collision when you're being pushed? Oh. I thought of a funny sprite to put on this. Like a fan made out of floating spinning feathers. It would represent it well. Maybe try drawing around the area being affected? It should give you a better view. El crash you, okay. No issues. Relatable, Lamau. Oof. No refresh, Lamau. Go to sleep Mew, rest well. Or else. Okay, good night everyone. May all be blessed by a good night's sleep. Croissant. Rice cracker emoji. Banana emoji.